Hey and welcome back. I just wanted to go through my first look of Space Marine on the PS5 and I can't believe it. It's so cold in the UK. It's officially, I know we're in September now. It's no longer August. It's winter. A couple of people have mentioned it. But I've had a jumper on all week at work and I finally got a jumper on at home. And I'm doing a PlayStation video, so I thought, why not? Shout out to the Retro Rummage. He's a PlayStation fanboy. Of course he is. So I chucked his hoodie on. But honestly, it's freezing there. I always moan how hot it is in the games room. And sometimes I'll just play downstairs or in another room because it gets too hot in here. Too sweaty Betty. And now, other end of the table, I need to put the heating on. I'm absolutely freezing. But we can't do it. We're British. We've got to wait a bit longer. It's got to be, at least Halloween's got to be past until you can switch that heating on. Everyone knows that. But anyway, I digress. Space Marine. So I had this pre-ordered. You can purchase it. Some people have played this already. I believe it came out on Thursday, which would have been the 5th or 4th. That would have been the 5th. Yeah, Thursday was the 5th of September. You could pay like $80 and get £80 and get the game where you get some nonsense steel tin case and all that jazz. But you get early access. However, the game actually come out on the Sunday. But to get the game on the Sunday, obviously, so I paid for that. Didn't want to pay the extra, just because I knew I was busy. I wouldn't get to play it from when it came out on a Thursday. So I was paid for the normal version, saved a fortune. It was actually quite expensive on the game, like 60 quid, 65 quid. I got it from Smith's. I believe Smith's and Argos had it cheaper. So yeah, I ordered it, but it only came through. I thought it was going to come out Sunday, but they must post it on that release day. So I didn't get it through till Monday. So I actually played this and I'm filming this on a Tuesday night. So when I got around to playing it. So I played a few hours. I put some footage on the screen so you guys can see. This footage isn't from the start of the game. I didn't want to ruin any of the game for anyone. There's no particular boss battles or anything like that. And I was playing it. I thought, I'll see what it's like, get used to it. And it sort of guides you in. The first sort of couple of missions and stories are really good. And I thought, I should probably film this. I should probably film this in a minute. But I didn't want to pause it. I was getting really into it. And then a few missions in, like after an hour or two of gameplay, I was like, right, now I'll film it. And I kind of regret it a little bit because there was some absolute awesome moments, like where these... So you're obviously a Space Marine. You're playing different sort of Space Marines, different like factions of them throughout different missions. Like different looks. If you're not into Warhammer, then you might not know, but like little subset teams of them. You're sort of backing up the other humans, the Astra, I can't remember what they're called, but basically like the Imperial Guard. And there's bits with the Tyranids, so these little alien sort of monsters are coming at you, which you'll see from the footage on the screen, but they were literally, it was overwhelming. It's like looking at a battlefield. You're looking everywhere you look, there's just men just swarming in, all these aliens trying to climb up all the walls. It was a real like buzzing moment where you really feel it. You're like, oh my god, this is fucking awesome. Do you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, I'm playing a Space Marine game, I'm playing a Warhammer game. It was really good. I dabbled a little bit of Warhammer. I tried to dabble in Kill Team, me and a few friends recently. So I know a little bit basics, enough to be interested into it, and it's made me buzzing to want to get back more into Warhammer. But yeah, absolutely. Well, first, let's talk about it for it. So as soon as the game started, I was like, wow, the graphics are really good. Not necessarily the plants and things like that. Then I was a lot of fauna, whatever you call it. But just some of the, like, the rocks and some pipes and some of the crates, some of the sort of normal Warhammer scenery. Like if you play Kill Team or something, when you put things out on the board, it's that sort of rustic, the environment, do you know what I mean? All those sort of objects and the way they are, the way it's dated, the shading, the colours. That was all look really good, really realistic. The actual metal armour, you might not see it because there's like 3 different sort of outfits I had. Like the first one, he's got a cape on. I can't remember what faction that is, where he's got like the metal pads with all the grilling on. This is like the traditional sort of Ultramarine, Space Marine that you can see there. I think it might have been Death Watch, it might have been before. But yeah, like it was like glistening. You've got different weapons like the power sword. And then there's like a combat knife, like dagger. And like, yeah, it just looked really good. I know obviously someone that plays a lot of retro games and plays a lot of Switch, then anything looks graphically insane when I play a modern game. So I knew, I said this on Hogwarts Legacy, I was like, wow, it's the best graphics I've ever seen. But no, the graphics were amazing. And then when you're doing the combat, so I keep getting something in my eye. When you're doing the combat, like the blood's squirting everywhere, like all up the screen. But then once the actual, like his cloak was soaked in blood, like just the colouring shade, it looked amazing. So graphically, the game is absolutely awesome. My first thoughts with the gameplay, obviously the story's always going to be good at the beginning, because they're going to invest and try and get you hooked in. So we'll see how that fizzled out, because I'm only, like, how that plays out, I'm only a couple of hours in. But the first impression of it, really, other than the graphics, was I thought, first of all, I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be for me. Because it reminded me of Splathouse, and that's what I've compared the old Space Marine. I remember renting it at Blockbuster and having it for that week. It's my only experience, how many years ago that was, when Blockbuster was around. What is going on in my eye? There was something in there. And it was just like button bats, like kill. It was really, really, really cool. You know, you do these combos and then you can execute them. That happens in this as well. You do a few combos. You obviously got your long range. You can use like a gun. There's lots of different guns as well. Semi-automatic, automatic, pistols, rifles. You can use scope, no scope, and then you have the actual weapon melee, which is most of your action with. You can parry, and obviously, yeah, and getting a bit of a rhythm. All these Tyranids are quite weak. You just feel really powerful with smashing through them. And if you get like a bigger Tyranid, then you can execute them, and then it does like a little motion sort of thing, and that looks really cool graphically. But I thought, oh, this is going to get tiring and get repetitive. And the old Space Marines, that's what that reminded me of. But maybe I didn't play enough of it, so I'm going to try and really play this through to completion, because all my friends who like Warhammer have gone about how good the original Space Marine is, how much they're waiting for this, and I was like, I remember it, but don't remember being that good. And they was like, yeah, no, it is really good. So I don't think I gave it the time as much as I should have done. But it reminded me of my old experience of it, but that Splathouse thing, not the original, like not the arcade Splathouse or Splathouse 2, the side-scrolling like beat-em-up platformer. I mean the like not the 2D, I mean the actual 3D, the 360 one, you know, the modern one, where there's literally just hordes and waves of enemies, and you're just constantly like all these different combos. That's what it reminded me of. But it is very, very good, very, very exciting. Yeah, absolutely buzzing to play it. I finally got to the bit at the end when the footage stopped where you actually get the pack. So I was like, they missed the trick here. Don't seem to be able to use the pack to fly around. But eventually it did actually get there. But yeah, man, I'm not going to go on too much, because I'm sure if you are interested in this game, you probably would have pre-ordered it. But I just wanted to give, thought I'd do a little 10-minute video, show a bit of footage, because graphically it looks really good. Yeah, really good campaign, really good story. You know, staying true to the factions and the storylines of Warhammer lore. And you've got 2 other men with you. I'm currently having some work done in the house. I've actually got no internet right now. The Wi-Fi is all unplugged because the kitchen's been ripped out. So I haven't been able to go online. But the whole idea is you do these campaign missions online with 2 friends. So the fact that I'm playing it single-player campaign, then the game would be even better. I know some friends that were playing it last night online, and I had a really good time with it. But yeah, just a quick little video of my first impressions of Space Marine. But yeah, let me know if you guys played it, what you think of it, how far you've got. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I didn't want to ruin anything with the footage, but I just want you guys to see what the combat's like. But obviously, I've tried to keep it all actiony, so I've cut out like the cutscenes and the walking around between that. It's not 100% madness like that is on the screen, but that is 80% of the game. It really is. But yeah, all these open, you know, these big open map battles. But yeah, it's really, really good. Yeah, it's a good graphics, good story. Yeah, great action. And we'll just have to see what it's like. The weapons are good. At one point, I had a flamethrower. The only negative thing I can say, it was annoying, is just hordes of enemies of rats and vermin. And I'm trying to like, because you've got these different things you've got to do, like checkpoint. There's one point where you've got to like protect these satellite towers, and all the artillery's going up there, and you're sort of gunning them down. That was pretty cool. You're sort of holding certain points until gates can open and unlock doors. But yeah, there was a bit where I had to sort of hold my ground or create a path for my men to walk through with a flamethrower, and that got relentless, just constantly like, it was fun for like 30 seconds, and then that got annoying. So yeah, so we'll see how it gets on. But yeah, guys, if you've played Space Marine, you know what I'm talking about. Let me know what you think, and let me know, has this video made you think, do you know what, I'm going to jump off the fence, I'm going to get it? Or do you think, no, I'm not interested in Space Marine, I'm not interested in Warhammer, I do not care, I played the first one, didn't like it. And if you love the first one, are you buzzing for this one? That's a lot of questions. See you later. I'm Mario. And I am the Hedgehog. And today, with this...